And we are back. Now, last time we managed to get quite a bit done, and we finally got our mongrel army, and we are now at the Ashen Grotto. Not the hugest map, and not part of any major mission as far as I understand. So, what we'll do is we will explore it and find out what is here. Hopefully not spectres, because, well, this is not the best start. And it's in a very thin area with a floating creature of sorts. A tree that crosses over. Can't get in there. It's just a cave. This is a big area outside to not be able to get up onto the sides there. But okay. Well, I did not... can hear something. Ooh. Money. Potion of a large person. Carved feather. Just take all of that. Oh, it's just an ash giant.
Where do you want me?
Okay. What? How dare you? I'll tear your legs off so you'll never go wandering into other people's caves again. I don't think you will. The amount of ash giants we fought. You're not even awake yet according to the game. And he never saw the light of day. Oh my god. Did you just crush someone and leave their legs there? Some money. Some little bits. A masterwork falchion, but it's not really worth anything at this point. This wasn't it, surely. No, I suspected not.
I'll bathe in your blood.
Ooh, what's this? Just spiders? Tick swarms. Oh, they sound annoying already. What we need to do, as they tend to just move through people, is move me there, because I get attack of opportunities. We're not using a spell on them. We'll shoot them.
I'll rip you apart.
Oh, they didn't. Well, in that case, take them out. Money again. A little pocket mirror, some animal hide. Nothing further. See that in beetle in amber. Well, this one's much bigger. With more swarms.
I crave your commands.
Close ranks.
I heard something else roaring there. We're not going to use any major spell. We'll use a Ray of Frost against them. No. We're all about taking our advantages where we have them.
No match for me.
Okay, there's definitely something else then. Oh, there you are. Ash Giant Wrecker. And Thraz, the Spinebreaker. Only AC of 23 though. It looks like they need to be melee with us, so... Trust me, this works far better for us than it does for you. Oh yeah, group up together.
Run them through.
What we don't want is to actually kill it here. That power attack's really knocking our effectiveness down.
Into the frame.
There he is, Thraz the Spinebreaker. Oh, we can get 4 attacks off. We may as well, because he's definitely in sneak attack range of where he is.
Cover me, all right?
And you have now bonuses on point blank shots.
They'll beg me to stop.
Press the attack!
Imagine that's meant to be harder than it was.
Here!
Move the healer back slightly. And you missed. If we turn off power attack, we're more likely to be able to hit it, aren't we? Yeah, there we go. Oh, there we go. He did have a cheese crostata and a great club, Nature's Collar or Cola. Whenever this +3 corrosive great club comes to a critical hit or kills an enemy, enemies in a 15-foot area must pass Fortitude Stone or will take 2d6 damage as little bugs are awakened and leave this rotten great club. Ooh. Nasty. Nasty, nasty looking weapon.
Tell me.
Can you use a great
I'll
club?
do it.
5 to 19. It would do way more damage than what you're currently doing. Would it? Damage 13 to 16, 15 to 20, and plus attack. Plus attack would be way higher. You would do less attacks, but 9 to 21. 13 to 16, 15 to 20 overall, times 4 critical, times 3. Times 2, 20. I don't know if this is better or not for you. Your chances to hit are much higher. We'll give it a go for a little bit and see. What if I just got you? I want everyone. Magic Essence, we always like that. Nothing else in here? Well, that's a bit anticlimactic, isn't it? Well, that was the Ashen Grotto. Should have expected Ash Giants, really, with that name, now, thinking about it. Why am I not hitting much as well? I've got plus 20 to hit. That was annoying. Yeah, we're absolutely fine to leave there. Oh wait, no, we've got one more important thing to do. Newest to oldest, and copy the recipe. Giant strength plus 2. Is there anyone who wants to be stronger? Or is everyone already wearing a belt? Everyone's already wearing one. Okay, that's fine. Well, I guess now let's try and move up to Woljif's area. We still haven't rested, so we've got this other smaller demon army approaching from the south. They've not really approached from this position before, which is a bit concerning. I don't think our armies can move yet, no. So what we can do is try and head up to here, which I believe it is that location. Oh, unprofessional. How's my phone going? There we go. Move over there. Right. Yep, now people are starting to get fatigued. Do we rest? Do we wait until it clicks over to the next day? I think so. There we go. Right. So we're going to manage. We do some army movements. Warden Golems. Yes, 3 Earth Elementals are recruited at the Commander's headquarters. And it requires just 3 days to solve and takes 60 energy points. We've got 300. We will take that any day of the week. More army. Not that we can put them in any army at the moment. But more there. What were we saying? Yeah, movements. So we've got to take this fortress out, and then we could actually go to Blackwater at some point because we've cleared that out. We want to move the Vanguard force actually over to this direction. Because the enemy army is coming from here, and I don't know how it's going to... Unless it goes through here? Okay. Reinforce. I think it's time for you to go back home. Mercs, we've not had anything new pop up in terms of what we can recruit yet, so we'll leave them as they are right now. So we can't get any more bandits, apparently. That's annoying. So we literally want to re-roll and get marksmen, rogues, and bandits. And we might put the elementals instead of the spearmen in there. I've not decided yet. But they can stay where they are. And then the Hell Knights. Let's clear out another... I believe that... Is that just an army or a fortress? It doesn't have a... God, that's a lot of units, isn't it? Stone of Ghostly Pathways. Well, that sounds interesting to get, though. Okay, let's do that. Did we get the good roll? We did get a good roll. Oh no, they got a good roll. Giants are going down instantly every time at the moment. 246, 188, 246, 27. So we might be able to take out the big boy instantly. We'll see. Yeah, got him down. Right, 9 to 11, 7 to 8, 9 to 11. Let's focus fire on one. Where can they move? We want them to move first. So they can move there. So if we move here. Smite that. We can't heal anyone at the minute. And this, you're actually webbed, so you can't go anywhere. Is it another web shot? And you did in web them as well. That's not good for us. We might be able to one-shot this. Oh, we should have fireballed and got both. Oh well. Decisions made now. Oh, you didn't web them. You tried to web them and you failed. They are still in web though. Ooh, not my clerics. But you did move into melee range of these, so... Move them out the way. Okay, 246. Yeah, that's worth it, just do that. That's the sort of damage you want to see. The less numbers they have, the less damage they can inflict. And that was definitely a huge decrease in numbers. Ooh. Well, that was pointless, considering we're right there. Don't think we need to do that anymore. We can focus on hitting that one. Three, not to 1, 0 to 3. Heal yourself out, because then you'll do more healing overall. Oh, they're done. Yeah, this is what we needed to make sure we're fine for. Okay. Cure wounds 16. Yep. Get him down. We can start focusing. We still can't move because of that web, huh? Is it worth curing them for 3? No, I think we're fine to keep doing this. Stick to the plan of if they got their health, they can do less to us. And that is most definitely less health. Hell Knights is still webbed. Okay, well, that was a weird decision, but there we go. Another army down, and we got Giants back, all the Hell Knights back, and all the Clerics back. Perfect. A perfect fight. What have we got? The Crusader army descended upon the cultist squad at the moment they were performing a demonic ritual. The Retrievers, horrendous mechanical spiders who sought out and killed demons' enemies, came to Golarion through the passage they had opened from the abyss. Fortunately, the ritual was interrupted at its climax. The soldiers found a magical relic that belonged to the cultist leader. Which will be another research. Sacred lands. Back in the times of Sarkoris, local valleys were full of fanes, shrines, and temples dedicated to various gods and lesser deities. Even now, their presence can be felt amidst these ruins. Well, this is not a direction I expected it to head into. I don't necessarily mind it though. Oh, it's going to clear up that area. Okay. Well, if it's done that route as well and we couldn't go anywhere else, that is the top of the map. Cleared of armies. It's now time to start moving down. Down here. Start clearing out these. Vanguard force is sitting nearby waiting. I don't know if it's worth taking my mercs and taking the 8 bandits and putting them in the Vanguard force. And then putting the golems in the mercenary army. Or we could put more in this army. Yeah, I think strengthening our main army that's fighting everything right now is definitely a better choice. So moving you guys out to reinforce the main force. Up here. Over there. And we'll intercept them as they come down and move over here. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Reinforce unit. You're heading back home when you can. Is that everyone's movement now used? Yep. Perfect. Okay, and it's literally in the dead of night, and we said we would rest now. Let's make a new meal. I don't want a cursed PF anymore. I want... Can't make a cheese crust starter? Why not? Because we don't have rice. Eating cheese crust starter extends the time you can go without rest for 6 hours. That would be really good. Midnight soup. Temporary hit points. Eating it can fully restores the HP of your... Well, it does anyway, doesn't it? Resting. +3 cooking ability on skill checks for a day. Speed bonus. Bonus to saving throws. 1 temporary hit point. Let's have bonus on skill checks for a bit. Let's see if we can cook that. 80% chance.
O light of the sword, Iomade, forgive me my sins, and do not leave me in the darkness. I am weak and undeserving of your grace, and still you grant it to me. And that means I still have something to hope for.
8 hours. We're fine with that. Oh, we failed to weaken the corruption though. Demon armies approaching. I want to see where they're approaching from. Right. I don't know where this comes out. It's a bit of a worry. If it comes out up here, down here, we're in an issue because we've got no way to get there. And we will lose this place. Urgh. Need to know more about their movements. But yeah, no one's got movement at the moment. Ooh, look at this. Can we get there before the end of the day? No, we can't. We're so close. Ah, okay. Hell Knights move to, and that army is now moving where? It is worrying the direction of where that army is. How far can we get there? Nowhere near. Oh, it's because it would take us back round because it doesn't understand we have a route there. Okay. So that will take 24 and we've got 31. And then we can start heading down to that fortress. Okay. Travel there. And then further down, as far as you can go. Mercs, I need you to sit on top of that army and give them your bandits. Might... Wait, no, it's the wrong way around. There we go. You might do the same with the Vanguard. I might give their bandits to Hell Knights as well at the moment, and armies are getting stronger and stronger. I don't want to go to the fortress. New location, Core of the Riddle. Oh, Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're fine with that. It's annoying that there's no crossover from there to there, though. Do I really have to send them all the way around? Wow, okay, I don't think we are giving them their bandits, then. Once we've got the fortress, there will be. Maybe leave them there for now and use the fortress and move through. Nothing to recruit, but there is something to manage. Let's have a look. Arrival of the Hell Knights. I need to go back to headquarters. No, but my Hell Knights. 3 Hell Knights are awaiting an audience with the commander in Dresden. Decrees. What's this decree as well? And the fate of the ghostly pathways. Oh, that's a cheese. You know I love my Hell Knights. Oh, how long would it take to get back to Dresden? 1 day. Did we not get rid of the exclamation on that one? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's so annoying. I need to install a teleportation in Dresden. How expensive would that be? Being able to teleport back home would be really good, actually. Why have I not done that already? Sanctuary. Teleportation circle. Oh, what else can we build while we're here then? Hospital, where's where clerics and healers, 10 wounded, so that wounded can heal. Hospital is where clerics, so we get +5 for all generals. Arsenal, what's this? Arsenal provides for all trainable units in adjacent buildings. Alchemist laboratory, 10 bonus energy for all generals. Shelter. Shelter allows the commander's party to rest in the fort without increasing the effect of abyssal corruption. I thought we could do that anyway. A smithy. This one, all trainable units. Training grounds plus 10% bonus damage for all trainable units in adjacent buildings. So it is worth at some point making like an area of just adjacent army buildings, but having a training around them for more damage. Only 1 trainable grounds can be built, so if we put like a training ground down here and then build everything adjacent to it. Now may not allow weekly recruitment of rangers, bandits, headhunters. Where's the one that gives me more Hell Knights? Is there one for them? +1 AC for units. We may as well get a training ground going now. So anything next to that will be stronger. Do we just build a watchtower because we can? Was it prepare? +1 bonus. Watchtower provides all our units within the fort's area of control. +1 bonus to attack to AC, saving throws, and initiative. Hospital is where the clerics healers. Hospital provides +5 bonus to infantry size for all generals. That's pretty good. I can go back there though. There we go. We've spent a lot of points there. But the teleportation circle's doing it. It takes 5 days. It's not going to help us with obviously going back to speak to the Hell Knights, but if I have to do a 3-day journey down to Canabras again at some point, it's going to be perfect. But let's see if we can do Woljif's quest for Votil. Just to remind everyone. It is companion quests. So, be careful what you wish for. Woljif Jefter, who has dreamed of power his whole life, now finds himself in unwilling pawn. On one of the sides, he is under threat from cultists, who still see him as their oracle, while on the other side, he's being pursued by Votil, who wants the moon of the abyss. After encounter, the commander, the young tiefling, decides to pit servants against the master and go meet with Votil. Votil is a Baelor, I believe. He is definitely some type of demon. So this could be a tough one. So saving a new area because it could be a tough one. We don't want to do all the admin again, basically. Right, here are cultists. I still believe Woljif is some sort of oracle. You ghosts spawn did not come alone. Oteal, the giant Glabrezu towers over you, his small yellow eyes glowing amidst lumps and horns, come to rest on Woljif. The demon's pincers instinctively close, with a bone-grinding snap and his nostrils flare. The pair of humanoid arms growing out of his chest raise a staff at the ready. Spawn of Ygelfels. Lady Hepzimera ordered me to bring her the moon of the abyss. Give it to me and I will kill you quickly. Is he talking to me? He's definitely talking to me. Hey Hornhead, I'm the spawn of my ma and da. I don't even want to think about where you crawled out of. Have at it, Chief. Show him your special chiefly mojo. Who are you? Know the name of the one who will squeeze out your innards. Votil, Gorger of Screams, Hepzimera's scourging lash, and Baphomet's fateful. You will die begging for mercy. Who is Ygelfels? A demon who sowed his seed on Galarian. From his seed grew the coward currently hiding behind you. He will die more slowly and painfully than you in retribution for everything Ygelfels has done to vex my mistress. Hepzimera. I know who Hepzimera is, but let's see if you give anything away. My mistress is the High Priestess of Lord Baphomet. I will fulfill her command and she will honour with her blessing. Why are you so determined to kill Woljif? Why do you need the Moon of the Abyss? Yeah, why? I ain't never seen you before in my life. Maybe you got me confused with somebody else. Another Woljif maybe, or a guy with horns like mine. You are Ygelfers' spawn, and that is reason enough to kill you. But my mistress also needs the item you stole, the Moon of the Abyss. No more talking, die, traitorous seed. Woljif is wreathed in blue frame, and the demon's shadow rises up behind him. Have at it, Chief. Pilgrims of the World-Ruined attack, fight for me. I'll be over there, monitoring your performance. We will not fight against a demon. Demons are our future masters. We cannot show insubordination. What has gotten into you, Crescent of the Abyss? You are not trying to betray us, are you? Woljif slaps his head at him. Ah, I forgot. They're not just as dumb as planks. They're stubborn as mules too. Quick, Chief, say something to him. You'll be more persuasive than me. This demon is trying to deceive you. A servant of Baphomet wouldn't murder a Crescent of the Abyss. If the intention doesn't kill you, I will. Let's try this one. The bluff worked. The Crescent of the Abyss kept his word. He led us to his promise. Nevertheless, the demon wants him dead. Yes, something isn't adding up here. Who are you? Time for vengeance has come. Who are you? Who's this idiot? What did Woljif say as he ran past? Definitely saw him do something. Hold on. Treachery. Treachery. Attack the Baphomet for Vatil. Cultist leader. Treachery. Woljif. Deval? I thought you... Ah, don't mind. Let's take them all together. Oh, it's the guy freed. He left. I thought he was done. Alright, let's have a look at this guy. AC of 24? And spell resistance 27. Oh, you are not winning this fight, my friend.
Retreat is not an option.
Well, time to do my thing. Might be able to demon charge through all of these and get damage on... Not that one maybe, but if I hit this one I should get damage on all of them. Oh no, it's just where I land. Okay, I thought it was as I travelled. My bad. If I do it there I might hit with them too. Yep, decent. There's a well-aimed fireball here we can do. We can hit 3 of them there. There's 2 of them. He's debuffing us, the cheek of it. Well, I'll do our own prayer then. Let's see if we can clear these out first. Of course. As is the demon's way. Can we challenge evil on you? We're not actually at the bottom here. I don't know what's going on. Are you just immune? Fail to overcome the spell resistance. He's only got 27. Ugh. Deval. It'd be nice to actually keep you alive. Just to see if there's any reason to.
Before me.
I don't have time for the other one though. Should I spawn my own? Yes. Get the whip. Get the whip. Get the whip. Get the whip. The whip. The whip. The whip. The whip. and see if we can just... Okay, now we need to focus on you. That's when you got 4 damage off. Did that heal up Deval? No, it didn't. Okay, that's not good. I kind of want to keep him alive. Turn point blank off.
No match for me.
24 AC is not enough to survive against this. Mirror image is his only hope. Oh, Regal, you're up. Not having a great day there. Let's get your heal on you. Deval! When you get 3 attacks now, so not got that weapon. Let's see. Let's get up to this guy. I want to make sure it doesn't seem to encompass Deval. I don't want him to die. But regards to die even less. Luckily, you have no mirror image anymore, and we have a Wendoak. I'll find you, spawn of your Gerfers. You will be bathed in blood. Oh, there goes that cultist. What do you make of that then, Votio then, Chief? Whew. So, will you take me back? There's nothing for me to do on my own in the world, we do kind of make good a team. I promise to run away again. As long as we don't get attacked by gargoyles again. If they do, sorry Chief, but they're scary. I'm out of here. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I really won't run away. Again, really. I deserve to know what your connection to the demon is first. I don't know anything about any demons. That's the first time I ever saw that Boteal beast, but he sure seemed to have it in for me. He doesn't just want me near the abyss, he wants me to suffer, and that mistress of his, Hipsa, whatever she's called. There's something fishy going on here, Chief, I'm telling you. I want you to get to the bottom of it, because something tells me we'll be seeing Boteal again. I know his type. Once they get a hold of you, they don't let go. Here's how it is. There's this demon in Gelfels, the one that Boteal and his mistress are so worked up over. If I'm supposed to be a spawn, then maybe he's my grandpa? I'd believe it. He's caused so much trouble that people even want to bump off his grandkids. Yep, sounds like my family alright. The Gelfels did something to Verdeal's boss. Maybe he stole the moon from her? I don't know, anyway. She sent her top muscle to find it, and the muscle being Boteal. And now I'm the poor sap who's supposed to pay all for my granddaddy's evil deeds? See, demons are just the same as low-caste thugs, when you get down to it. But I ain't about that. Well, I ain't giving them the moon. Even the shadows started talking to me because of it, and then there's... Anyway, we'll talk about that later. That's a separate discussion. You can stay if you promise not to run off again. I swear on my manda. To be fair, I'm not really sure if they're alive or dead, but even dead people can have a lot happen to them. They can be raised from the dead or just dug up to be used in experiments. I knew an old-timer, a street food vendor, who would buy fresh corpses. He was looking into something almost as if... Anyway, it doesn't matter. What matters is this. I need to talk to you. I don't have anybody else, face-to-face, somewhere private. In Dresden, that'll do. When you see me stand alone, come talk to me. Chief, you remember Deval, right? First he was lying on the altar, then he was tied up on the floor. He's led a varied life, is what I'm saying. Want to say hello? He's basically one of us. He won't look down his nose at you. And he's rich to boot. Maybe he can shake something out of him, you know, for helping you. Even an IOU would be better than nothing. Why not? Deval, noticeably fatigued after the battle, walks over to you. Well, it was a fine fight. It was tough for me, but it's the first time in a long while I felt human again. And not a mute animal. Thank you. Now, was you mute? You're an even bigger talker than me, Your Excellency. Only sound like a library book. And I sound like a back alley gutter. I learned my letters on the streets, you know, from the signs. Anyway, that's by the by. I wasn't planning on saving you, I just didn't want you to pop up in my dreams looking all pathetic and asking, why, Woljif? Why didn't you save me? Nah, I don't need that kind of hassle in my life. I'm sure nothing could break your irrepressible spirit. Commander, I don't know how to thank you for saving me. Iomade must truly be watching over me, and I must do everything in my power to repay her. What are you planning to do now? Get out of this place and return to the ranks of the Crusaders. Don't worry about me. Even if I should die on the way back, I'll die a warrior's death. If this Crusaders taught me anything, it's the value of an honourable death, the death of a worthy man. Time to go. I fear scavengers will swarm here before we decide if it's worth burying the bodies. Thanks again, my friend. If you ever find yourself on Guinevere land in eastern Mendev, I can ask my parents to find you a position suited to your talents. The Guineveres are always in need of good, reliable men. Good men? I'm not a man, your excellency, and I won't be your servant either. Do you think you're doing me a good turn? You posh people are all alike. Even if I saved your skin a dozen times, you'd never see me as your equal. You can take your gratitude and shove it, and don't call me a friend. You're right, Woljif. A servant can become a friend, but a friend cannot become a servant. You sang a different tune when you were stuck in a cage, looking for sympathy like a lost lamb. Huh, that blue blood's for you. You can't survive on thanks alone. Unfortunately, I don't have any money on me. I only managed to find my belongings with difficulty. Please accept this enchanted ring as a sign of my gratitude. I found it in the pile of weapons back at the cultist camp, but I shall remain in your debt. You arrived too late. The cultists already agreed to fight for me. They actually did. Sorry, but with all due respect, that is wrong. We are supposed to be fighting evil, not taking on cultists as allies. I'm sorry you wasted time convincing them, but I acted as best pleases Iomade. Woljif's cultists should have helped us in the fight, but you ruined it all. Nobody kills my pawns and gets away with it. No. Let's go. We shouldn't linger here. May Odin watch over you, Commander. I shall pray for you. Alright, let's go, Chief. On to new adventures. I'm sick of the place, to tell you the truth. It's empty, it's boring, and we might as well talk on the road instead of hanging around here. Do you know any travelling songs? Want to teach me some tavern tunes? The one where the thief falls in love with a beautiful woman and turns out to be a guard, and two of them get hacked up in the street? Or how about the one where the thief's in court and the judge is his father? Or that one about how you don't behave yourself and you'll live out your days in the special institution? I remember them all. We've got plenty of time. God, he doesn't shut up, does he? And are these +1s? Are they worth money because they're +1s? Unidentified light mace, +1. +1 shield, +1 armor. Yeah, +1s are always worth taking to sell. And a belt. Belt of Demonic Shadow. Whenever the wearer casts a spell of level 6 or higher, it summons a CR7 Shadow Demon to fight alongside the wearer for 2 minutes. Only one such demon can be present on the battlefield. If the demon is already summoned, casting a new spell of level 6 will heal it. That sounds incredible. Unfortunately, no one can... I don't think anyone we're currently using has any level 6 spells they can use. Cannot cast spells of that level. Doesn't have any level 6 spells. I only have level 3. But no doubt, definitely worth having, because he will be able to cast them at some point. What does he currently have on? He has a ring, a sorcerer's ring, busted up on fire saving throws.
Let's sell this.
Why can't I just...
And you're giving me this because...
Oh, it's a belt. I thought it was a ring. So you had bonuses on Constitution and Dexterity before, but that's way better. Way better. Can we still speak to Deval? Or is he done? Way over there, Yeji. Okay. Nothing that way. I'm guessing nothing this way as well. It's just a fight and leave. Where does this go? Well... Why is that even up there? Oh, I'm still slow. I've still got the whip on. Get rid of that. There we go. Is there a way out over here? No, we have to leave the way we came. Okay, that's fine. Well, that leaves... we just need to speak to Woljif back in Dresden, which is good, because we're going back there anyway. To speak to some Hell Knights. What is that? Steady Finger. This is a Ring of Protection. Grants wearer +3 competence on bonus and touch rolls. Ring of Protection +2. I wonder if we've only got anyone with Ring of Protection +2 already that we could upgrade it to that one. Do we? What am I wearing? Ring of Protection +2. No, I want it in that slot, and then what do we just take off? herbal ring. There we go. I believe we had the herbal ring on. What other rings have we got? Ring of protection +2. We don't need that anymore. What's this one do? Flow of water. Saving throws for that. No. What do you have? Righteous Crusader's ring. Where it has smite ability, grants someone digital use of it. Do you also want a protection ring? May as well, right? And it is now midnight. Did we do all the army movements before? We did. To Dresden. Can't teleport to Dresden. 1 day and 1 hour. How annoying. We are all fatigued. And it's 9. Probably best to sleep now. Yeah.
I cannot help but think that everything happening right now will one day end up in the history books. And under the stern gaze of the schoolmaster, little Mendevians will read, "On such and such a day, the heroes stopped to camp here and there." And the little blighters will be thoroughly bored, and so they will begin doodling in the margins. And the only picture of yours truly in the book will be adorned with a mustache. So much for the rewards of heroism.
Sorry, Darren, to ruin your little pastimes. Ah, protective rituals worked. Ah, we can learn about... Wait, does that mean they have army movements again if they're moving? No. Where have they moved to then? There. Still can't see where they're going. Is there a route down that way? Ooh, there could be. I was hoping they would turn and go up here and through. Ooh, I don't know where I thought they were going. What is our closest army that could get there? How many points would it take to get there? 175. That's days and days of travel. There's no way they could rebuff that army, is there? They have got a spellcaster. It'll take them 111. They could pick up the sorcerers on the way. Because this army wouldn't be able to do anything, it's got nothing in it. There's no way the Vanguard's getting there, but maybe the Merc army can get there with their general. Just in case they can get through, I think we'd make it there before them at this rate. They can go back to Dresden. No, to Dresden. Reinforce army. The Vanguard is still sitting waiting for that conquer. That one there. And then failed to sneak past enemies. Good thing we arrested them, wasn't it? It's not another dragon, is it?
I'm superior.
What are you? Ooh. Dangerous is what you are.
Let's hear you cry.
And resistant as well.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Press the attack.
Yeah, he's going back to his hammer after this one. It's not as impressive. Point blank it.
They'll beg me to stop.
Positive energy. Yep, it's full.
The light, take you!
Good grief!
Run them through.
Get out of here! Mean thing.
Distract them from me.
Can we actually change you back to your weapon now? Because you're just not doing anything with that, are you? Probably wanted to get an attack in now, but you can do something.
No match for me.
Oh, I might actually be able to kill this one with you. Oh, you failed. What was that? Touch of chaos. Oh, interesting.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
What on earth did you have? Just a ton of just normal daggers. You were just strong. Oof. That's the first time we've come into contact with one of those. Demon army's approaching. We know. Has it moved again now? Not just yet. Continue our journey, and that's going to go to midnight. Okay, we've got a better idea of where it's moving now. Oh no, it is moving up, through. So maybe it is going to this fort. If so, I believe we're about to take it. Oh, and we got... Oh, there goes our clerics. They've got some defensive units back there. He looks like he can do a lot of damage. And there goes one of their units. 17 to 21. 1 damage. This guy doesn't do a lot of damage, does he? 10 to 17. Limit their numbers and they won't do as much. Still did enough though, didn't they? There we go. And this very defensive boy. I wonder if you actually take more damage from the back. Oh wow, you're just going to take forever to take down. I can't even heal anyone really. Because they all got completely killed. Oh, we're going to be forever. Or fire even... Oh, wait. The fire does do some damage to it, so... Get through him. Come on. Is our infirmary full? Basically full. Can't kill it just yet, that's fine. We're now getting in the ranges of where we could kill it, so let's cure up 4 of those. Bring the infirmary down to a safer area. Took 1 there. That works perfectly. Yep. Let's bring that back down. Infirmary a bit down, and we should be able to kill it this round. Do we get everything back though? Yep, everything's back. Slightly harder fortress to take, that one. But we did get it. Is it the only place we now don't have anything? I don't want to look at it from this view. Look at it from the decree view. That's much easier, isn't it? I think. Am I right in thinking that? Can I do that? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. No supply centre in there. Hopefully we can build one. There we go. Material points seem to be used for a lot of things, so we'll make sure we've got a nice influx of those. I know the Hell Knights are still waiting for us. One day till all this is done as well. Hell Knights still have some movement, and I don't know where that army is going, so we don't have all the roads down there. Vanguard force. Apologies, I require your 8 bandits because we need more strength in this army. This is the front line. And then you can go get the golems. Yeah, there'll be some golems in Dresden for you at some point. Reinforced units are there, they can bring the golems to them. The mercs don't necessarily need to go to that area anymore, but I don't know where to put them. If we sit them in Dresden again, and they can try and build up these units again. Vanguard. Yeah, you know what you're doing. How nice. Have 7 movement? Wonder if that's the location he's coming from down there. We could go and clear out that army. But we need to build up a bit more energy first. Okay. To Dresden! Hopefully before the next day. Perfect. To the streets. Ah, yes, to speak to Woljif, and then we can walk up to the citadel. And then speak to our Hell Knights. That works for me. And sell some trash. Not very often in our journeys now we come across merchants. There's probably quite a few things we can sell. We've got a lot of scrolls we could sell. I know they're useful, but my inventory is very full. It's the end of this episode. We'll clear some things up. We're on the first level. We're on the first level. Oh, he's right next to them all as well. Okay. Oh, Chief Sol's here now. If there's anything we can do with Chief Sol. You don't understand, if you don't tend to the wounds, they might be infected. Our tribes will get a fever, and even worse, an entire epidemic might begin. Excellent. The future has no place for weaklings. Those whose bodies can't handle the wounds will die and stop burdening us with their presence. And the rest will become stronger and tougher and hardened. I am culling my tribe. Your tribe? Who do you think you are? A queen? This is not the way Nethers live. What are you arguing about? Sol still can't shake the illusion that he is the chief of the Nethers. He thinks being old and frail will protect him from my wrath when my patience runs out. It won't. You are young, you are spiteful, you've seen little and know little. I'm still responsible for the tribe, and stop threatening me because I am mighty old, which means I am not afraid of death. The right to give orders is taken, not given. Wendoag took it and you lost it. Yeah, we've all agreed that. Got it? Thank the master for the lesson, you old slug. As you wish. Scary times, feral times. Do you think Wendoag's a bad chief? She is too merciless to her fellow tribesmen. For her, all of us are just tools of war. If it keeps going this way, the tribe will bleed dry. You're definitely not a tool of war, Sol. Don't be afraid, a great future awaits our tribe. Only the mighty remains in its ranks. They will produce strong and hardy offspring who will inhabit the lands we conquer. The weak will also be useful. They'll shed blood to nourish our new lands. Life doesn't stand still. Get used to the new chief and the new times you're living in. We are trying, Commander, but everyone can speak in the tribe. That's our way, even those who argue against the chief. I don't give a damn about our ways. You may only talk when I allow it now. Remember, Sol, you are trying my patience. Although your experience is useful for managing the tribe, I won't hesitate to rip your fat heart out if I even suspect that you are defying my authority. Have they settled in fine? It's hard for them. The sky, the sun, open spaces, all this is new to them. Many of them are scared. Keep close to the ground, look for burrows to hide in. But our new mighty chief doesn't leave them the right to be scared. She ordered to drive everyone out of the basements and drains they were hiding in with sticks. Said the next time she would send warriors with sharp spears. She said we must forget the very idea that a retreat back to the caves is possible. From now on, Neithers live on the surface. How is life on the surface for them? What about them? They don't live, no, just exist. I look after them, but they only want to eat and fight each other. I feel sorry for them, but it can't be helped. What do you think of life on the surface here, then? Truth be told, it's frightening. Strange sounds, no ceilings, smells like something. It's hard here. But then again, I don't cough as much as I did down there. The sunshine is nice. Oh, and I go to the priests of Imoday. They give nice sermons. Just lovely. And still, this is not my world. It's for the young ones. As you wish. Okay. Any options are you? Master, my warriors are eager to fight. Send them into the heat of battle, let them know their worth. They want to wash off the dust of Neithholm with the blood of their enemies. We've acquired the mongrel army. How are you going to make the invincible soldiers out of them? We must get Savamalek's blood. It awakens the power that lies dormant in our veins. I will interrogate every demon and cultist I get my hands on, until I find out where we should look for Savamalek. As soon as I learn anything, I will immediately tell you. Your people are going to be living on this earth, and maybe we should change the name Neithers to something more appropriate. No, it's a glorious name, we will not give it up. It holds our past, our glory, and our strength. Let our descendants know where we came from. Let them understand how hard it was to survive in the caves, and let them strive to be no weaker than our own unbending ancestors. You've wanted to be a chief for a long time, haven't you? Oh yes, master. My father was chief of Neithholm, and his blood is in my veins. His blood in my veins gave me strength and will, sorry. In times of hardship, Neithers must be led by a powerful, cunning, and merciless chief. Do you know anyone better suited for the role? I hope your warriors are worth the effort. Rest assured, master, I will personally kill any weaklings who disgrace my tribe. Have you started searching for Savamalek yet? With his blood, your warriors will be invincible. Have you found any details? Yes, master. My hunters regularly bring me prisoners and interrogate, and I interrogate them with an extreme thoroughness. Unfortunately, so far none have known the whereabouts of Savamalek. But sooner or later we'll pick up the trail. That's it for now. Okay. I'm glad I speak to all these extra people, because you never know what will come of it. Might do a bit of speaking to people, actually. Who have we got here? One-Eyed Devil, August, Sierra, Lady Kanomi. We don't really speak to Lady Kanomi anywhere else. Or Dorvinda. Or Captain Odan outside. I haven't spoken to them outside yet, so... Let's speak to them outside and just see if we open up any options with any of them. Seokind, who are you? I was hoping you would honour me with a visit. I know you're extremely busy, but I've been eager to meet a person who managed to restore Galarian control over parts of Corian lands for the first in decades. This is incredibly symbolic. Remind me who you are again? I am Captain Seokind, the commanding officer of the mercenary band called the Blackstone Company. We're a vanguard of the Dawn group of sellswords whose services were paid for by Queen Galfrey. Our advance forces were sent to Dresden, and I'm happy that I was chosen to lead them. Tell me about your company. The Blackstone Company is proud to be recognised as one of the finest Andoran mercenary regiments. We're not a bunch of unscrupulous sellswords looking to oppress the innocent and serve tyrants of the world. No, we're adventurers, eager to get involved in a dangerous enterprise and leave it with pockets full of gold. And a clear conscience. Which is why we held a vote among our units. We were glad to accept Queen Galfrey's invitation to join the crusade, though some of our commanders did voice their displeasure with the sum she offered. But like I said, we Andorans are a free people who cannot be pushed around and who cannot be bought, only convinced. You must have stories to tell? Let's put it this way, if I father any children, I'll have something to tell them. If I wasn't even 20 when I joined the Blackstone Company. I've seen my share of scuffles, but my goal is, in every conflict room, is the same. To defend the common folk. Not all sellswords treat civilians well, you know, but my soldiers have never disgraced themselves with dishonourable conduct. Once I even joined an expedition that reached the crown of the world. I swear I've never neglected such crucial strategic necessities as supplying the troops with warm undergarments after that. Despite not always agreeing with my superiors in the company, I earned my reputation as a competent officer. I always relied on thought-out logistics, exercised caution, and strictly followed tactical doctrine. You look like a soldier to the core. Who knows what future holds for me? In my spare time I study history and applied anthropology. I'm just an amateur, of course, but sometimes I think I could be a decent lecturer, almost as good as I am an adventurer. Or I might even find a way to combine the two callings. I was completely smitten when I discovered Sarkorian culture. They're a bunch of interesting people, just freedom-loving, tenacious. Sure, their traditions were not entirely flawless, but nevertheless their demise was a great loss for all of Zavistan. I have some questions about your fascination with Sarkoris. I understand that a few people are interested in this subject, even other anthropologists unjustly neglected, but I intend to shed light on this chapter in history. If anything remains of Sarkoris, I will find it, no matter how small the shards may be. What fascinates you about it? They were amazing people, who were used to treating Sarkoris like a barbaric northern land inhabited by brutish and primitive people who condemned magic and danced to shamans' tunes. But this is our snobbery speaking. In fact, life in Sarkoris was much more nuanced and sophisticated. Behind the false front we erected, there was hiding a nation of skilled craftsmen, wise stargazers, enlightened priests, and clear-thinking chieftains. They were anything but bloodthirsty and brutish. They managed to create a nation without shackling themselves with the bonds of monarchy or thrusting power into the hands of the wealthy magnates. They were cultured, spiritual, curious, and they despised injustice. Sure, they had their flaws, but there are many nations in the world where power genuinely belongs to the people. Over the last few years, I've seen acts of horror even in Andorra, and not to mention in other countries. Andoran, isn't it? Andoran. In Sarkoris, power was given to those who earned their authority. I feel if it weren't for the World Wound disaster, they would have given Avestan and the entire Galarian a distinct vision of the future where everyone was free and equal. The fall of Sarkoris is a tragedy, and therefore we must expend every effort to collect the pieces of the picture. How do you plan to look for the remnants of it? I'm sending scout patrols to places where, if my assumptions are correct, there may still be Sarkorian refuges hidden in plain sight. I don't believe a whole country can perish without a trace. Among the locations I'm interested in are Allura's Fall, the mining town of Zazfel to the west of here, the city of Underan, Bloodwood Settlement, and many others. Of course, some of the company commanders think I divert too many resources to such expeditions, but I couldn't care less. If there are any survivors, we will save them. Oh, I did a world check. Plenty of refugees from Sarkoris found a home in other lands their culture lives on. Well, that's open to interpretation. Once Sarkorian refugees found themselves in foreign lands and surrounded by strangers, they inevitably began to adopt the culture of their hosts. Have you met Sarkorians from Numeria? By now they are more Numerian than not. And for that, I blame the people in power. It was in their interest to erase the cultural identity of the arriving Sarkorians, to forge them into new subjects who had forgotten their homeland. Besides, Sarkoris was never a monolithic entity. It was an alliance of countless tribes, each carrying different cultural baggage, sometimes even contradicting one another. To piece together an understanding of the customs of Sarkoris as a whole, you can't rely on the knowledge of surviving tribes. Only on the knowledge of surviving tribes. Have you heard of a village called Wintersun? It's messed up! Actually, that's why I'm here. As soon as I learned you had discovered the settlement where the surviving Sarkorians still live, I volunteered to take command of the company Vanguard. It's a fantastic priceless anthropological discovery, and I hope the devastated lands of the former Sarkoris still nooks like Wintersun. Still have a little nooks like Wintersun. What can you tell me about Sarkorian culture? With pleasure. I studied their traditions, their customs, their rulers, and now know what they loved. And I know what they feared. That they really persecute mystic practitioners. It would be historically inaccurate to deny it or to excuse these acts. Yes, Sarkorian society was not perfect. They reacted to mythical power with fear and prejudice. But this particular conflict was deeply rooted in politics. In many countries, mystic practitioners hold vast power due to their special abilities. It's these people who often become oppressors, tyrants, and despots. Yes, the treatment of mystics in Sarkoris was cruel and unjust, but the people untied... but the people united in struggle against a minority that often encroached upon their interests in a very hostile manner. I'm repulsed by the idea of throwing innocent people into prisons, but I'm not naive. These political realities can't simply be dismissed or ignored. They need to be understood and addressed, because these desperate actions also have a certain logic to their core. I'm really hoping he tells me something, it reveals a piece on the map, or a way to beat a dragon in Wintersun. Tell me what you might find exciting. Have you ever heard of God Callers? Oh, they're an amazing and fascinating cultural phenomenon. The Saurians were a highly spiritual people that revered not only the deities we know, but also a plethora of lesser entities. Tribe gods, clan gods, settlement gods, and sometimes even patrons of individual families. God Callers could contact these beings to become their, how shall I translate it, companions. They formed a very strong bond, in a way. Gods were their spiritual siblings. Well, you can imagine just how different this society was from ours. Union with the divine was a more regular occurrence, and the higher powers intervened in the affairs of mortals more often. Who ruled it then? Was it just tribes' alliance? That's an interesting question. Many people compare Socorus to modern kingdoms, since they did have chieftains endowed with absolute power. Still, the nation did not have a single leader. The council of chiefs made the decisions together. In some places, the post of the chieftain was hereditary, as far as I know, not everywhere. Besides, their politics were influenced by god callers and priests who relayed the wishes and expectations of higher powers to common folk, so chieftains could not ignore them. I would compare Socorus to modern Andoran, rather than Mendev. It was a true nation of people firmly aware of their unity and shared purpose. Thanks. Do you need any help with the search? Aha! Actually, I could have used some help. A group of my scouts has gone missing. Presumably they got lost. They are competent and reliable soldiers that I trained personally. Their orders were to carefully and stealthily retreat if they discovered them dangerous. If you find my men, and please give them directions to Dresden. I'd be extremely grateful. Please let me mark an area we're heading on a map. Then we did get something out of that. We got something. Missing scouts. Captain Sailkind is conserving the scout. He'll be grateful to the commander. So he gave us somewhere southwest of Dresden. Old Socorrian mines. I actually didn't come here to speak to you, if I'm honest. I came to speak with Captain Harmataven. Just to see if he has anything extra. We're going to do a lot of talking at the end of this episode. Up the stairs. Because, quite clearly, it's worth speaking to them. Because you do unlock places on the map, which you don't find by looking around, it seems. Captain? Commander. Captain Harmatan at your service. What are your responsibilities in my army? Enlisting, screening, and training recruits. Furthermore, by His Majesty's order, I was appointed the chair of your Stouts or Calf. Stouts or Calf? Staff Council. Tell me, Captain, what does the Staff Council do? We've read that before. Tell me about yourself. No, we've also spoke to you about this before when we first came here. Okay. So that's the same as what everyone's going to do then. I can only assume anyway. Yeah. Okay. Let's go and sell some stuff. And speak to our good buddy Woljith. And then also the Hell Knights. God, got a lot to do. This will be a slightly longer episode. My only fault for being curious about Sarkorian rule. I don't believe power attack really helps us that much. Exotic weapons provided. Anything new? Anything interesting? Anything special? No, not really. We can get rid of some of these scrolls now. Where are all the scrolls? Because they're just ridiculous. Like, we're not using them. And I'm sure they would be useful. I'm sure they are. But the busyness of this inventory is stressing me out more than I care about its usefulness. Oh, look how nice that is. We use all this, though, for cooking now and then. Now, do we need all these things? We don't. We'll put that in the box, though. Do we want all these? We don't need that one. Don't need that one anymore. That could be good. We don't need 4 of those. Flow of water, real procrastinator. Don't need that one. Maybe. Nope. Keep Davin's gift. Braces of armor +2. Nope. We can't put on anyone. Hat of heartening song. That might be worth putting on Gregor at this point, because he does have one song or one shout at least. Grants fast healing 1 at level 1, fast healing 2 at level 5. So it could be good. Saves against poison. We'll keep those. We'll keep all these. Just going through and seeing if we want anything else. I think that might be it. Yeah, deal. Let's sort. Newest to oldest still. That's much more manageable now. In terms of everything. Now. Woljif. Wilson, if you could just have a bag of holding, by the way. Like, it would be so nice. He's got it. Regardless of what put in it, his weight doesn't change, so that's carries. Yep. Been waiting for that the whole time. So your stuff does change now and then. Okay. What else do you have? Holy speed. That's a short bow, not a long bow. Keen great axe +2. No, that doesn't do as much. That's probably it, isn't it, really? Yeah, the rest is looks like normal +1s and probably +2s further down. And then stuff I've sold you. Ugh. Where do I put the bag of holding? Is it just there? Info. If I drop something, hang on, let's save. If I drop something to just appear on the floor, I can pick back up, just to see if it's automatically making a difference just being in the inventory. Weight limit, light.
I'm losing my temper.
Yeah, everyone's light. Everyone can hold everything now. Well, they're still based on their armor, actually, saying that, but that's just so much easier. Ah. Woljif, you want to tell me something in private? I don't know how to word it, so you don't just drag me straight to the Inquisitors. It's not wasting my time, just please, just tell me. Hold your horses, Chief. I just can't spit it out. I can't just spit it out. I need to take some time to prepare, or else you'll bury me right here. I'll tell you as soon as I can. I haven't done anything bad to anyone yet. Fine. I still can't believe you took me back. No one has ever done anything like that before, so I guess I can trust you with some things. Not all of them, though. My shadow... Did I tell you it talks now? Well, it happened after I started carrying the Moon of the Abyss with me, and that's not the only thing that's happened. It's been giving me strange dreams, like I'm falling in some kind of crystal. I keep falling forever, everything around me is shining. The dreams don't mean anything. I thought it was because the wound is so near, but there is something else. Chief, I'm stronger. My fingers tingle anytime I use magic now. It's like it's dying to come out. It wasn't like this before. I did some magic, but now it's like I can do some real damage, you know? It's never happened before I took the moon. Chief, I don't know what to do with these powers. What if they get stronger? I mean, I've always thought what I'd do if I was suddenly rich and powerful. I'd show everyone my true worth, but I'm not ready for this. It's too much for a simple fella like me. Yes, this is my grandfather's inheritance, but why do you leave it to me? Think you really wanted me to become stronger so I could grab what the world owed me? As payment for all the kicks and blows, for all the mocking at the way I was born? What if it's a trap? I've never seen anything like this. You need to use this power with caution. You can't just turn your back on these powers. The world is finally giving you a chance to show your worth. Hell yeah, go for it, Woljif. Use those powers. You might be right. What if there's a catch? Some string attached to them that no one told me about? What if I get fangs or become as pretty as the brute of teal? Then again, maybe I should just quit worrying. If I get demonic powers, I might be able to free the whole kingdom or conquer one if I feel like it. Even if I get bumps all over me like Rotil, would it even matter if I'm rolling in money? Thanks, Chief. You've got good advice. Rotil, Igelfeles, there are too many demons hanging around you, and the Moon of the Abyss, they turned out to be of demonic origin as well. You think I like it? If I was up to me, I would never have met them. This is how I see it. Igelfels might be my grandfather, since they call me a spawn. Rotil, that spiked ugly mug, came to try to collect some old demon's debt from me. I know how it goes, we have uncles for this in the family, but big thugs but without spikes, who go around beating money out of the late payers. The Hepzamira he's talking about must be our sister Charisme, but for demons and old Gramps crossed her somehow. We just can't get over it. Probably stole the Moon of the Abyss from her. I don't know, but I would have. And the moon. Grandpa, you should have left me a note or something. Chief, I think he expected me better of me how it turned out in the end. He probably thought he'd have some smart grandkid who'd know what the moon was for and what to do with it, but he got me. So what if he was a demon? I don't want to let him down, you know. He believed in me. I guess just you and him, Chief, the only two people in the world who believe in me. That's why we have to figure this out. Cool. So, is that him done, quest-wise? Or just clearly stated this performance, the reason for how to explain all this. We've done all that now. We've found Votil. So that's all done. So we have Finian's Awakening, waiting for an opportunity, and more than nothing, solve the riddles in the Nameless Ruins, but I don't know how to do that yet. Okay, we are more or less done there. We now need to go... Hello, Doglinda. I'm just seeing if you reveal anything. We have spells available that can restore your hand, which doesn't want it. Okay. Do we bother speaking? I mean, we've spoken to all of them now, haven't we? Stranglehold, Captain Harmattan. The person we didn't speak to is Aaron So and Lady Konomi. No. Let's just go into the Citadel and speak to the Hell Knights.
No one stands in my way.
Alright. Commander, unexpected reinforcements rise, not from the Queen this time. These are volunteers. A group of hardened bounty hunters has arrived. All of them are our kin. They wish to fight under Half-Orc Commander and help you defeat the demons. They should be a good addition to our army. I'd be happy to accept the help from my kin. As you say, Commander, the recruits will be at your disposal. Wasn't expecting that. Paralector, Amanos, Renth. They approach as if military formation, in lockstep arranged so that the tallest white-haired elf occupies the central position, flanked by the other two. At the same time, it does not seem as though any of the three is the leader. Knight Commander Doomguy, we are representatives of the Hell Knights in the no-man's lands of the Worldwound. Paralector Amanos Renth from the Order of the Gate, Paralector Larina Tai from the Order of the Pike, and Paralector Garen Dothen from the Order of the Pyre. After introducing themselves, all three turn to regular in unison and give curt nods. The elf, Paralector Amanos Renth, turns his gaze on you. His voice is dry and his speech is fastidiously formal. We have come to officially greet the commander of the Fifth Crusade on behalf of the coalition of the Hell Knight Orders. The Orders have been, and remain, fundamentally opposed to demons and demon worshippers. We will continue to act in the no-man's land of the Worldwound as an allied force to your armies. Are you willing to participate in joint operations or not because I'm a demon? That is not possible at this moment in time. The Orders are following their own plans. The majority of our forces are deployed far to the west. We are thereby helping you by drawing the attention of the demon armies. Paralector Durenga's decision to hand over part of his force for you to command was done as his own initiative, but the other orders, and the even other chapters of Order of the Godclaw, have their own objectives. Is that all you wanted to say? One more thing. Our chapters, together with the troop led by Paralector Dureng, intend to establish an outpost, or rather a fortified transfer point for our operations. We have found suitable ruins from the First Crusade. We have begun making them fit for habitation. When the outpost is ready, you will be entitled as our ally to make use of the facilities for the rest and sustenance when you're making forays deeper into the wound. Ah, that's brilliant. On that, we shall take our leave. Commander, we've got trouble. Your companion, Wendoag, she's gone berserk. She's wreaked havoc in the tavern. There are casualties. You must intervene or allow me to handle it itself. What's she done? A drunken brawl that turned into a stabbing spree. By the time I left the tavern, 2 people had already succumbed to their injuries. I can only pray that Iomedae, that the number of dead won't rise while I'm away. I'll deal with this personally. We should hurry. Wendoag! I gave you an army. Why are you getting in fights? Oh. Wendoag seems completely at ease despite being surrounded by guards. She grins at them as if daring them to come within reach for a blade. She stands with the dignity of a mountain lioness that has broken into the sheepfold, and is not one bit perturbed by the appearance of a few frightened rams. Wendoag, the commander is here to put an end to this madness. Lower your weapon, we don't want any more casualties. Ah, more victims. Anyone else want to join these 2 losers? The huntress nods casually at the bodies at her feet. Her speech is slightly slurred, but the alcohol has not deprived her of her deadly grace. Get lost, maggots. My master will see that no harm comes my way. Understand? Move along while you can still move at all. I'm waiting for orders, Commander. Just say the word and we'll settle this. My fists are itching to teach a lesson to that ruffian. You're not gonna touch her at all. What happened? Oh, I just had a quarrel with these two. She nudges one of the corpses of the foot. You won't punish me for slaying these useless scumbags, will you? Windwag shrugs nonchalantly and lets out a tipsy chuckle. At her words, a murmur of indignation and astonishment ripples through the assembled crowds. You killed 2 men. There are witnesses. You even realise that a crime is punishable by death. That rule was invented for you, underlings. It doesn't apply to me, and I mean more to the commander than all of you put together, got it? I can slit a dozen more throats and he won't bat an eye, but if you lay a single finger on me, you'll regret it. If I'm guilty of something, my master will take me with him and punish me personally. Somewhere his lackeys won't be staring at us. Why did you kill them, though? I just didn't like them. Their sight of the Rugged offended me. Who cares, anyway? This whole fuss is because a couple of slain soldiers. This is why you brought me. I dare not deny the fight of any mortal. I dare not deny the right for any mortal to slay another whose mug he is finding. It is a very compelling reason, after all. I don't agree with any of these. The thug. She's nothing but a savage thug. What were you doing here? I was celebrating my reunion with my tribe, of course. You brought my kin to the surface. Doesn't that accomplishment warrant a celebration? It does, to be fair. Crusaders treat mongrels with caution because mongrels like her, when you behave like a savage, you will be viewed like a savage, one who deserves no place among civilized mortals. Ha, of course, you know all about being treated like a savage, but you've been such goody two-shoes for so many years, they've forgiven you your skin colour and your fangs, right? But that's not my way. I'm not going to go scrabbling on my belly before the bunch of uplanders begging for their approval. I'll grab every one of you by the throat and force you to respect me. So how much did you have to drink before you pulled out your weapon? Not much, just a couple of pints. You crappy uplanders, swill has no effect on me anyway. Doesn't affect her, please. She starts drunken brawls here every night. Every time she gets wasted, she starts picking fights. I had a bad feeling this was going to happen. I knew from the start that someone was going to end up dead. I'd made my decision. The crowd gathers await to hear your verdict. These two are weak and they lost. My dog won. I have no intention to punish her for being a skilled fighter. Now get lost, all of you. No, I think... Come, we'll talk in private. With a satisfied grin, Wenor almost sings in a sweet voice. It is not for you lackeys to judge my actions. The commander is wise. He will decide a fitting punishment for me. Something tells me my exciting evening isn't over yet. Thank you for stepping in, Commander, and good luck. I hope you manage to knock some sense into a stubborn head. Well then. So, Master, how exactly are you going to punish me? You don't look like you're afraid of being punished at all. Should I be afraid? How harsh is my punishment going to be? Were you trying to get yourself into trouble? Who knows, perhaps this is all part of my plan, or perhaps this wildcat simply needs to be reminded of who's in charge every now and then. After all, you know, without a firm hand, I go a little feral. She's such a sub. Just wants to be dominated. Okay. I'll play along. Now you're going to pay for your insolence, silly little cat. Oh god. It's so cringy. Threats. Yes, but she'll bark worse than your bite. Okay, let's get to get on her knees. Oh no. This has got a bit... Ugh. Did I make you angry? You weren't expecting me to make things easy for you, were you? If you want to own me, you'll have to subdue me first. Oh god! God. On your knees now! On your knees, Wentwork. Okay, this is awkward. You're so close you can feel the feverish heat coming from her body. Wendwag bows her head, revealing her defenseless neck. Can you smell her? An animistic, spicy mixture of sweat and lust. She lowers us up. Good, now I believe you. Wendwag fingers carefully brush over the fresh bruise on her wrist. Oh god, I love it when I have marks on my body after sex. The ache reminds me of the moments when you gave them to me, so do you still want to know why I killed those two in the tavern? I kind of do, yeah. What did they do? They talked too much. When I went into the tavern, they started jabbering about how you dragged a pack of wild beasts into Dresden, me and my kin, and then they said that you must be a heretic because you were relying on bloodthirsty monsters for strength, and that you stole the command of the crusade away from Galfrey. They started to say something else, but it's hard to talk when your throat's slit. So they genuinely were... what's the word? Not disruption. They were causing or spreading something. I can't remember the proper word for it. You took a risk by not telling me the truth back at the tavern. I was curious to see what you do and whose side you take, and I'm quite pleased with the result. You've proved once again that I was right when I decided to follow you, and that I hold a special place among your fighters. Why have you decided to share this with me now? Because you're not like any other Uplander. You understand, and I can speak frankly with you. Besides, you value me higher than those losers. When that stupid incident with the dagger and the one-eyed tiefling happened, you didn't lecture me, or even worse, pity me. You took my side, even though according to your customers I was in the wrong. But you remembered who mattered and who didn't. Fair enough. I mean, they were so in discourse in amongst the ranks of my army, starting that. Imagine if that spread further and further and further. They called me a heretic and said I stole the command. That's not right. You did everything right. I know. You didn't disappoint me either. Okay. Sometimes there are some very awkward scenes. Do you know what would make this perfect? A nice satisfying kill. A kill, a drink, and then back to bed. God. Okay, well, a slightly longer episode on that one. Did we get rid of some of these? Not get rid of Daven's gift. We didn't put that on. Oh, he is wearing a... Let's give you a stupid hat. Let's give you a stupid hat. Very fancy, right? Yeah, you can keep that on. What did you have on before? Wisdom before. You can have it. Why not? Okay. And then I'm just going to put these away. Apart from Damon's gift, we'll keep that on us because there might be something to do with that at some point. But I think that is enough for now. A slightly longer episode with a very awkward ending to read out. So, next time, I believe our plan... I don't know what the plan is. Green Gates may be our only plan to move further south of the armies and intercept the approaching army. But we can go to Green Gates. We have also unlocked this old Sarkorian mine. So we'll have a little look through and decide at random, probably next time. But I think Green Gates is where I'd like to go. But until next time, we shall leave it there.